filled with trepidation and a hefty surge of curiosity, she cemented her eyes to his. "Are we lovers?" White teeth flashed as he smiled, transforming his features into something so sexy, her knees almost buckled.
"I guess you could say that."
Narrowing her eyes, she regarded him.
"But I'm a lot more than your lover."
Swallowing thickly, she whispered, "You are?" Nodding, he leaned closer, those swirling eyes searching hers.
"Danica Lawson, it's nice to meet you all over again. We do this dance every day and it never gets old."
Drawing back, he extended his hand.
"Maverick Ward."
Tentatively shaking his hand, she tilted her head. "Maverick Ward, my lover, and
"Husband."
he said, lips twitching at her rapid inhale.
"I'm your husband, Danny. Pleasure to meet you, as always."
Suddenly, the floor seemed to melt away as the wound at her side throbbed. Unable to stand, she collapsed into her husband's arms, wondering if she would remember him the next time she regained consciousness.
Maverick caught his wife in his arms, careful of her wound, and lifted her as her head lulled. "She fainted again?" a deep voice asked, attached to the man striding down the hallway. "Yeah, I don't want to restrain her, but I might have to if she keeps waking up and trying to bolt." Striding toward the bedroom, he placed Danny on the bed before tugging off her sneakers. Tossing them to the floor, he checked her wound before covering her with a comforter. "Why didn't you leave the phone by her bed?" Dominic asked. "I didn't think she'd wake this early. Her wound is healing, but the phone was almost dead last night, so I decided to charge it. Rookie mistake," Maverick said. "If there's one thing we know about my wife, she's determined to escape every time she wakes up if the phone with the video she recorded isn't accessible." Grinning, he softly stroked her cheek. "For a geeky scientist, she's pretty badass." "That's why we all love her," Dominic said quietly. Maverick glanced at the man. 6 feet 6 inches of thick, sinewed muscle under a buzz cut and austere features. A jagged scar ran from the corner of one eye, over his nose, and ended at the opposite corner of his broad lips. Tattoos covered the arms crossed over his chest, and his dark eyes were filled with concern. It made sense, considering one thing they both knew to be true. They both were in love with Maverick's wife. An unspoken agreement lingered between Maverick and the stoic man with whom he'd forged a solid friendship over the years. They would never discuss Dominic's feelings as long as he never acted on them. It would be futile anyway, considering Danica loved Maverick as fiercely as he loved her.